Hi gorgeous, and a very happy drugstore December to you. If you are new and this is the first video you've seen from me, welcome. I typically do my drugstore videos every Friday for my series Frugal Fridays, but this month I am doing drugstore December. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday I am putting out a drugstore or affordable themed video, so please subscribe and you'll always be notified of new ones in the future. Today is a little different. I'm going to be doing a complete full face tutorial, and I'll also include a wear test at the end, of low-rated makeup items from ULTA's website. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I went on their website, I specifically looked for makeup products that had been rated very low. I don't remember a lot of the reviews that I read. I'm glad that I don't, because I don't want anything to persuade me. So after I'm done with the application and I've formed my own opinion, then I'll look up the review and I'll share it with you. I do already have an eyeshadow primer applied, by the way. I think I used the NYX one. Yes, the NYX one today. First low-rated makeup product I am testing out for you is one of the Burts Bees eyeshadow palettes. This is in the shade Shimmering Nudes. I am going to start with this shade right here, and I'm going to apply that into the crease. Well, it's really light, but it does have pigmentation. When I was trying to decide which Burts Bees eyeshadow palette to get, I didn't really care for a lot of the eyeshadow colors they were offering. I felt like the colors were rather muted and not very appealing. Did anybody else feel that same way about these? We'll go ahead and take a blank brush here and use the bristles to blend out the edges. It blends nicely. That's a plus. And with the lightest shade from the palette down here, I'm going to apply this one on the lid. These eyeshadows are rather powdery, and I feel like I have to get a lot of product on the brush to be able to apply it. Oh, it's so splotchy. Over here, I don't know what happened. I'm gonna read some of the reviews here on the Burts Bees eyeshadows. Not pigmented, patchy, what I just said. What else? Not much color. The colors are pretty, but they don't have a lot of pigment to them. I would agree with that. And a lot of these people are saying, save your money, don't buy them. The eyeshadow is chalky. The shades don't even show up. I could see that. Ugh. Would I ever use this palette again or any other Burts Bees eyeshadows? No. Next makeup product I have to test out is an eyeliner that is from a brand called J-Cat Beauty. Have not heard of this brand before. I like the packaging. Can't even hold it. It looks like that, and you screw off the top, right? I just can't hold anything today. Looks like that. Well, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? Oh, all right, the brush is in the top somewhere, somehow. Oh, okay, so it looks like that on the top. There are no instructions, by the way. You're left guessing on this one. You just take this apart, and they have a little brush up top here for you to use. And then you dip the brush into the little pot here, and you're supposed to apply it like that. I may need to switch brushes, but I'm going to attempt it with their brush. We're gonna see how it applies. Yeah, no. You know what I am going to do though? I'm gonna give this one a little bit of a chance here. I'm gonna add some of my Inglot Duraline mixing medium to it. Hang on. Whenever you have a dried out eyeliner, this is the best stuff ever. You just take a tiny, tiny drop of it, put it into your gel eyeliner, mix it together, and it revives it. Getting back to the application here now that we have a better brush on hand. Oh yes, much better. Once you add the Duraline and you use a different brush, it works pretty well. You shouldn't have to do that though. It should work straight out of the package. I can pretty much already guess what the reviews are going to say about this eyeliner, but let's read them just for fun. This is the worst product I've ever bought in my life. It arrived super dry, gave no pigmentation. That is accurate. She said she tried mixing it with a setting spray too, and it just got stuck to the brush. Yeah, I could see that. That's why the Duraline is so great. The product is dry, couldn't even get the brush in there. It was hard. Yeah, it seems like that is the general consensus, and I would have to agree 100%. Next product I have to test is a Revlon Color Stay Brow Crayon. This is in the shade Soft Brown. It looks like plastic. It doesn't even look real, like it's a real makeup product. It looks like a kid's makeup product. It's depositing the color. It's just very light. Very, very, very light. It's waxy. I will tell you that. It's very waxy on application. It clings to the brow hairs really well. That I will give it. But if you don't have brow hairs and you're looking to fill in, like I don't have anything right there and I usually fill it in with a pencil, this probably wouldn't work because once you get it on your skin and there aren't any brow hairs to grab onto it, it doesn't really show up. And it's fat. Did I forget to mention how fat this thing is? It's really hard to work with, especially when your brows aren't exactly fat themselves. 19 reviews on this one, by the way. It's not seen after vigorous application. It's like an invisible crayon. Would not buy again. Smudges, does not apply well. Color doesn't show. Product is greasy, doesn't stay put. Yeah, I would agree with that. You can just see how bad this product is. Watch this. Next product I have to test are lashes. These are from the Eyelure line, and these are some of the Vegas Nay ones, which usually have really high marks, but these were rated really, really low. And applying. Woo, goodness. I don't think I've ever seen lashes that look like this on my eyes before. I look like I got 2 tarantulas. Now these lashes would freak me out. If I happened to see them laying around somewhere, I would get freaked out by these. If that's ever happened to you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Before you curl them, you do want to let them fully dry, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm waiting on the glue to set. In the meantime, let's read some of the reviews on these guys. Okay, so yes, this person says, no matter how I applied them, they were just pointing down, and she attempted to curl them, but they didn't look how she wanted. They were very lightweight, which was awesome, but they were absolutely not curled whatsoever. And using a lash curler made them look messed up. She says she ended up looking like Jenna Marbles' 100 Layers of Lashes video. So yes, it sounds like some people did try to curl them and they still didn't like how they looked afterwards. So now the glue is set. I am going to curl just one eye so you can see the difference between the two. I will say that when you curl these though, they're probably gonna be really crazy looking because they're so big. So I've curled this eye, haven't curled this one yet. This one actually looks pretty good without curling it, but you can already see the slight difference. It looks more natural. It's not pointing straight out. If you look at me on a side profile there, it's not terrible. They're not my most favorite style. Like I said, they look like spiders. But are they horrible and should they be rated that low? No, I don't feel like they should. Next product I had to try with you here is from Essence. This is their cover stick, and this is for the under eyes, blemishes, etc., etc. Well, it's not very pigmented. It isn't coming across very well. It's taking a lot of layers for me to even get what you're seeing there. And to blend it in, I'm using the e.l.f. concealer brush. It's doing a pretty good job of covering my under eye circles, but it's very streaky, patchy, hard to blend. It's hard to make it look natural on the skin. And I'm afraid if I use a makeup sponge, it's going to brush it away, if you get what I'm saying. I'm using a brush because I want to keep it on the skin. It just looks like one of those concealers that's going to be very sheer with a makeup sponge. You can already see what I'm talking about. Patchy, streaky, unblended looking. Yeah, let's read some of the reviews on this stuff. This person says it's great for pimples, but not under the eye area. So that may be true. I don't have any pimples to test it out on right now, unfortunately. This person says this concealer did not work for me at all. The stick is really dry, it creased horribly. Even at such a low price, I hate to see it go to waste, but I'd rather just throw it away. This person says not good for concealing, but good for highlighting areas of the face. Well, I'd have to agree with a majority of those reviews. It's still not really blended in that well, and it wouldn't be one that I would use again. Moving on, I'm using an entirely brand new foundation from a brand I've never heard of before. And now that I'm looking at it, it looks a little bit too yellow for me. We're gonna use it anyway. This is from the brand Bronx Colors. It's their HDTV foundation, and I picked up the shade, I don't know, HDTV 01. There you go. It may not look so good on my pinky toned skin. We're gonna try it anyway. Oh no, it's green. It looks green. Yeah. It's not blending very well either, I have to say. It's kind of splotchy. I can't get it to blend into my nose. It's yellow, almost green looking on my skin. It's I just can't even with this stuff. And a lot of the reviews are actually complaining more about color matches. I could have sworn there was something about wear time with this one. I guess not. Next product I'm testing comes from CoverGirl. This is their True Blend Contour Palette. And these are cream contour, and I think that, yeah, that's a highlight shade. I'm gonna use this shade down here, and I'm using the e.l.f. contour brush. Down the side of the cheek, it's not very pigmented. Yeah, well, that's using the lightest contour shade, which I didn't even really apply anything. You can't see anything. Let's try the darkest, just for giggles. Yeah, same problem. It's not pigmented. There's hardly any pigmentation, and it's what you do get on your face is hard to blend. No, it's gone. Can't even see it. And you want to hear some of the reviews on this stuff? This person says this kit provides no coverage, no enhancement to the face. It looks like I'm wearing my standard foundation. I would agree with that. This is shockingly poor quality from CoverGirl. Pigment is light. It covers nothing and contours nothing. Yeah, pretty much. And if it wouldn't even show up on me, can you imagine people who are darker than me? I mean, goodness, you would have a really hard time. I don't have a powder to try, by the way, so I'm just going to apply a light dusting of some of the Coty Airspun here. For blush, I have one to try from Physicians Formula. This is their Magic Mosaic Multicolored Custom Blush. And apply lightly. Oh, too lightly, very lightly. It's not there. I'm gonna attempt to apply a little bit more. I mean, I am packing this stuff on. I have pressed this brush down into this blush like you would not believe. And reading some of the reviews on this stuff, it says it has poor coverage. It's not very pigmented, poor quality. The color of this is way too light. I would have to agree with all of those reviews. It's not as pigmented as some other drugstore blushes I have tried. I would not repurchase it. The last product I have to try out here is one from a company called Booty Parlor. This is their Kissaholic Aphrodisiac Lip Stain in the shade Frenchie. Push button on the bottom. You're supposed to be able to push this, I guess, to get the product up out of the top. And we have color. Okay, it's going to be red. Gird your loins. Okay. Well, a little bit doesn't go a very long way. Yeah, it's rather splotchy. It looks like, it looks like the kind of look you would get after drinking Kool-Aid, doesn't it? A little bit. Okay, if you only knew how much effort it has taken me to get this far. Holy moly, I still have one other lip to do. It is a stain. It's a lot of work to get this stain, let me tell you. It's exhausting. I'll be doggone, they don't have this product on the ULTA website anymore. I guess it was that bad. At the end of the day, this is what my face looked like after 8 hours. Yeah. The only thing that I would say I could give a positive review about would be the lashes. I mean, even still, they were a little bit too much for even me. But that was probably the only good thing out of the bunch that I tried for you. The concealer creased horribly. The foundation did not hold up well at all. The eyeshadows did fade. I mean, they weren't terrible. I just didn't care for the color range that Burts Bees is offering. Yeah, I didn't even tempt that eyebrow pencil or the lip stain. The cheek color was gone by the end of the day. Horrible, horrible round of products. The eyeliner, though, surprisingly, after we mixed it in with the Duraline and applied it, it did last. It didn't smudge, flake, or transfer. I'm not sure if the Duraline had something to do with that or not, or if it was a really good quality eyeliner. It came dried out. It seems like that is the consensus among everyone, so I still would say don't waste your money. Let me know what some of your most horrible products have been that you've tried lately that you wouldn't even recommend to your worst enemy. Okay, maybe you would, but you really shouldn't. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I look forward to seeing you again very soon for more videos as part of Drugstore December.